decided these controllers were a good idea. Super Mario Galaxy. The first thing that sticks out to me about this game is the motion controls. I don't have to point. This is the year 2022. I get the original game was on the Wii. Motion controls back then were new and exciting. This was one of the headline games for the system, and they wanted to utilize the gimmick. The reason the Wii was so popular back in the day was because of its motion controls. And Mario, of course. So put them together, right? But of that generation of console, it was doing what the other consoles couldn't do, or at least what they failed to do. So of course, this game specifically would be heavy with its motion controls. Fast forward to present day, however, this is a port to the Switch. They very well could have remastered the game and at least provided the option to turn off motion controls, but they didn't, and basically just ported the same exact game 100% with some minor tweaks to the graphics because it was easier and it was still gonna sell. But is that enough to ruin the experience? Well, let's hop into the game and find out. We start the game in the Star Festival, where I find it odd that Peach has voice acting, but then like Bowser doesn't. Bro, why does Bowser's hair kind of look like Aloy's from Horizon Zero Dawn? No way this is running on the same engine, right? Though actually knowing Horizon Zero Dawn probably is running off of the same engine as a 2007 Nintendo Wii game. And then Bowser's goons lift the entire castle into the sky to kidnap Princess Peach. In the least bit though, Peach is getting kidnapped in the comfort of her home, so like if you're gonna get kidnapped, you might as well be cozy doing it. But we become separated and our journey to rescue Peach for the 89th time begins. And I tried so hard to not make a Skyrim reference here, you gotta believe me.
Finally awake.
And the game tries to teach me how to play, but just incorrectly. Come on, jump with B, but I can also jump with A. I'm gonna jump with A just to be a rebel. And again, it's probably a thing where they ported it from the Wii to the Switch, but I'm gonna use A, dang it. This game also is the introduction of Rosalia, who will go on to make an appearance in every other Mario Party, kart, and sports game from here on out, even though she doesn't even appear in any other mainline game other than the Galaxy series. So why she's getting more love than Waluigi is kind of sad. While we're at it though, why are we even rescuing Peach at this point? We got her! She's objectively more beautiful. I said it, but the beacon is lit.
Beacons are lit! Gun knuckles for 8!
We hop around some planets and have to fight what looks like a cross between a piranha plant and a dragon, and it really woke up and chose violence today. I don't even want to think about what had to happen for this to be made. And there are many of these little blob things that we find around the worlds that we have to feed so much until they explode. But this game plays with a lot of themes, mainly gravity, which leads to some enjoyable puzzles and platforming. And the constant space pirate themes that are brought up makes me feel like I'm playing Treasure Planet, arguably a fantastic film. Not to mention we get to play volleyball with a giant shrimp. There's also this bee planet, and you won't believe the gimmick of this one. Mario becomes a penguin. But the amount of different power-ups and abilities that you get that tie into the movement, the puzzles, the world layout, it's just banger after banger after banger. Hey yo, Mario can become a popsicle in this game? That reminds me of the time where Mario became a popsicle in real life. Also, Captain Toad is in this, so you know it's an absolute gem of a game. It's Captain Toad! Ah! Though for some reason it took about an hour and a half for Rosalia to ask me my name. I feel like that's usually step one when you meet somebody, but whatever. Yo, this game got tilted towers, and an angry bug, and a larger, more angrier bug that has explosive poop. This game's got everything. There's also this one galaxy though that you have to jump on these disappearing platforms that give me anxiety. Ugh. Hold on, I gotta breathe for a second. And with that, there's a spider world where you find this butthole planet. And that's not meant to be a joke. Like literally, you launch yourself into the spider's butt. The game also has these little speedrun challenges that you can try, and that goes just about as well as you'd think it would go. Turn around, Mario, what are you doing? And also the game got Mario Golf, but like objectively worse Mario Golf. We should call Mario the garbage man. He's really good at cleaning up this garbage. And there's even this one fight where the boss is just a top. Better than being a bottom, I guess, right? Please stop booing me. But then the game presents a challenge where it wants me to do it without getting hit, and I am not going to do that.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Then we get these epic Bowser fights that you have to do a few times throughout the game, and I like the idea of this fight just being on this tiny planet because you can't just chase him down, right? You have to think smart about it, and you have to run across the opposite way to cut him off. The beach levels definitely have some of the easiest stars though. And I mean, look. golly, that was the whole thing. I already finished. That was like the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. It's like taking candy from a baby, or a gold shell from a baby penguin. And I'm about to reveal a spoiler, so don't watch this part if you don't want to be spoiled, okay? Skip to this part of the video. Okay, I'm gonna spoil it. Here we go. Mario dies. But him becoming a ghost actually works out because it helps us find Luigi. But now we're both stuck in this cage and the game just doesn't elaborate how we get out. So I guess we just take it at face value. But I guess it doesn't matter though, because it took all of 10 seconds for Luigi to get lost somewhere else. Like, bro, who took the picture? Why can't they help you? I gotta say though, the more that I go through the game though, the more the motion controls really start to damper the experience. It starts to feel like a bad gimmick half the time, and mostly it's just unnecessary. It really takes the momentum out of this race specifically when I'm constantly spam clicking and I'm just missing half the time because I gotta fling my controller around like a dead fish. But I will give props to the bosses in this game, especially the ones that aren't Bowser. We get to fight this one boss specifically that's all dark and mysterious, and when you hit him, his second phase, he grows these hands and it's just so cool. Though the game isn't without its quirks. There are actual parts of the game that troll you. Like, I can't even be mad about it. I saw the extra life, I wanted the extra life, I went for the extra life. I just got trolled, brother. And I paid for it. And the game sneakily tries to cuck us with these disappearing platforms. Ah, it's all the way back over there! Ah! But as much as the game trolls, it's also very forgiving with how often it gives you extra lives and how some platforms just happen to be right in the right spot where you need them. I've won life. I've won health. And I really do like that the game rewards my exploration, kind of, not really. I feel like there's definitely got to be something up there, right? I knew it. But you gotta love a game that reminds you how many DUIs you've gotten in the past month. 12. The age of Keemstar's last girlfriend. Also, the B mechanic continues to be the best mechanic, as you can use it to manipulate and skip parts of the level. The worst mechanic is swimming. Mario, which way are you? Mario, where are you going? Also, I want to point out before we finish the video that Mario went to Toy Story World first before Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know why no one is talking about this. Mario did it first. But collecting 60 stars is all you need to beat the game, and you will probably get that even before you do every world in the game, assuming that you at least do the main 3 missions per world and maybe a couple extra here and there. And the final level is this short gauntlet followed by basically the same fight you've already done with Bowser 3 times already. But I need you to understand that's not a bad thing. It's actually a fun fight. Bowser pulls a Star Wars Episode 3. And all the little star people go into the black hole and die. And that's Super Mario Galaxy. Is it any good though? If I recall correctly, the game has a 2-player mode, but the second player just points at the screen and collects stars for you. And at that point, it's not really 2-player. It's like 1 and a 10th player. So the game is essentially just 1 player. There's also these fun one-off planets that are just quick little puzzles, and those can be a real treat, except for where they rely on motion controls, in which case it is the opposite of a treat. It is awful. There are plenty of secrets to find in the game as well, and they are fun puzzles, but they just feel so unrewarding. When you find a secret in Mario Odyssey, or even Mario 64, you feel accomplished for doing so because you know whether the task at hand is large or small, you're still going to be rewarded with a moon or a star. But here, all you do is get some star bits. You don't need to do any of those secrets or puzzles to 100% the game, so why even bother? But I call these videos in a nutshell, so let me really sum up this game real quick. Outside the minor criticisms I already gave, the game is incredible. When you think 3D platformer, no other game truly utilizes its 3D space quite like this one, taking advantage of the gravity and the layouts of the planets. And the game doesn't just stop at utilizing its space. There's so many fresh ideas that are introduced, new powers to use, unique puzzles that are only possible because of the mechanics of this game. If they either reworked or completely took out the bad motion controls for a remaster, I'd happily give this game nearly a 10 out of 10. But I guess for right now I can settle for a 9. You cannot and will not find a game that can do what Mario Galaxy does. I'm gonna get it. I'm making progress. Well, except for maybe this one.